But at least, Attorney Zuleika, you confirm that you were the one who asked Yusek Mercado to resign.
Yes,
From
I was
DepEd.
instructed by the Vice President to do so. Ginawa ko lang po
Will
yung
you
trabaho
welcome
ko.
Attorney Zuleika, the DepEd official, coming into the office of the Vice President, meddling on the operation of the OVP? Would you welcome that? Yes or no? I believe no. Of course, you understand the theory of constructive dismissal. Do you? You do. Because we are lawyers. Please enlighten the committee. What is constructive dismissal?
Your Honor, Mr. Chair. What I did was really in pursuance of the instruction of the Vice
Mr.
President.
Chair, can we please direct our resource speaker to be responsive to the question?
Attorney Zuleika,
Yes,
I
Mr.
understand that you have back problem. Would you like me to declare 1 minute suspension?
Thank you.
1 minute
Thank you.
suspension is declared by the chair.
I appreciate that, Your Honor.
If Attorney Zuleika is maintaining the position that she followed the requirements of due process, question number 1, did you give her a copy of the complaint? Yes or no? No. Did you set a hearing for her? Yes or no?
No, Your Honor.
3, did you come up with a resolution on the issue that is being charged against her? Yes or no?
No,
I
Your
believe
Honor.
no. And therefore, you did not follow the requirements of due process. Do you know Yusek Mercado?
She used to be with the Department of Education, Your Honor.
That's what we understand as well. And you are with the office of the Vice President.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Were there occasions when you also joined the operation or program implementation of the DepEd?
No, Your Honor.
Were there occasions that you meet with the officials of the DepEd?
All operational concerns that are brought to the office of the Vice President, because at the same time, she was also then the Secretary of Education, are matters we refer to USEC POA when
I
he
understand.
was...
But the question is about you, Attorney Zuleika. Mayroon ho bang mga pagkakataon na pumunta kayo doon sa DepEd para makiisa sa mga program implementation?
The only instances, Your Honor, that the Office of the Vice President were in DepEd were for instances when the Vice President receives courtesy calls in the bulwagan ng edukasyon.
Were there occasions when you joined the meeting of the key officials of DepEd?
No, Your Honor.
Were there occasions that you represented the Vice President in the official functions in the Department of Education?
No, Your Honor.
None at all.
None.
In one of those hearings, Attorney Zuleika, Yusek Mercado testified that she was asked to allow this negotiated procurement of the department computerization program budget. And she refused. And after some time, you asked her to resign. The reason why you asked her to resign is because she refused to conform to the negotiated procurement of the department's computerization program. Can you please enlighten us on this?
Your Honor, Mr. Chair, I was instructed by the Vice President to call Yusek Mercado and tell her that the principal has lost her trust and confidence in
Sabi
her.
niyo po kanina, hindi po kayo nakikialam sa DepEd, di po ba?
Your Honor, that was just an isolated incident. In this case, ginagawa ko po lang yung trabaho ko because the Vice President was also the Secretary of Education. And in that instance, she said that I was to be the one to advise Ma'am Gloria that the principal has already lost her trust and confidence in Miss Mercado for certain reasons, and that it cannot be Mr. Poa who will handle it, because to prevent friction among senior officials in the Department of Education. That the thought being, if it were Mr. Poa who will be the one to say that to Ma'am Gloria, it might create unnecessary friction in the working relationship of the senior officials of the Department of Education, Your Honor.
But
And
at least, Attorney Zuleika, you confirm that you were the one who asked Yusek Mercado to resign.
yes,
from
I was
DepEd.
instructed by the Vice President to do so.
In your capacity as a lawyer, Attorney Zuleika, do you believe that you have a legal basis to do that?
Your Honor,
Yes or no, Attorney?
yes, I had legal basis to do that.
Why?
Because,
Your
Your Honor,
office is with the OVP, and the person you're asking to resign is with the DepEd.
Your Honor,
Because if you
I
will
am the
be claiming that you have the legal basis to do that, then the people in the DepEd has the legal basis also to meddle in the operation and separation of employees of the OVP.
Your Honor, Mr. Chair, for the record, this is an isolated incident. It was an instruction given to me by my principal, and at the same time, my principal was also the Secretary of Education. So it was a task that I simply did, which was to advise Ms. Mercado that given that the principal, to advise her that the principal has lost her trust and confidence in her, and then to please submit a letter of resignation. That was a task I had to do. I did, Your Honor. Ginawa ko lang po
Will
yung
you
trabaho ko.
welcome Attorney Zuleika, the DepEd official, coming into the office of the Vice President, meddling on the operation of the OVP? Would you welcome that? Yes or no? I believe no.
Again, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, it was really an isolated incident where I was instructed by the Vice President, who was also the Secretary of Education during that time.
Attorney, please enlighten us. Walk us through. Kwento niyo po sa amin. Paano po nangyari itong pagkikita ninyo at pag-uusap ninyo ni Yusek Mercado?
I was instructed first by the Vice President to call on Mr. Mercado.
Kailan po yan?
Ay, hindi ko na po maalala.
At least the year and the month.
I think last year, Your Honor.
Last year, this is 2023. Anong buwan ho ba ito?
I am sorry, Your Honor, I cannot anymore recall. But it
First
was not this
quarter,
year.
second quarter?
I cannot anymore recall.
You should have remembered this because you are asking a high-ranking DepEd official to resign. This is something which is very remarkable.
Your Honor, Mr. Chair, it was,
Please continue.
thank you. It was really a task that was given to me, which I performed.
Yes, but please walk us through. Paano, kailan nangyari po itong pag-uusap niyong ito ni Yusek Mercado?
Hindi ko na po maalala yung time, ma'am. Or yung buwan o yung period.
Saan po kayo nag-usap?
Pinatawag po namin siya sa Office of the Vice President Central Office.
And then, did you personally call her?
No, Your Honor.
So who called Yusek Mercado?
Mr. Lemuel Ortonio, I understand.
Mr. Lemuel Ortonio. And then, what happened?
Then she came to the office, Your Honor, and then we sat with her and then told her
When you
about-
said we, who are among those?
Mr. Lemuel
talked with him?
Ortonio.
The three of you.
Yes.
Just the three of you.
That is correct.
And how did the conversation start?
Sinabi po namin sa kanya na the reason that she's called there, and then we told her that we were instructed, we were operating on the instruction of the Vice President, who was also the Secretary of Education that time. We told her that the principal has lost her trust and confidence sa kanya, and for
Would you know, Atty Zuleika, kung gaano na katagal na nagtratrabaho si Yusek Mercado sa DepEd when this incident happened?
I would assume, Your Honor, that she has been working with the government for quite some time.
Like 40 years, 30 years?
Maybe, yes.
And you will agree with me that this is a very serious thing, asking somebody to resign, somebody who has rendered service in the government for more than 30 years already. Tama po ba?
Your Honor, Mr. Chair, this is not to also belittle the credentials of Yusek Mercado. It is not. But the reason that I was instructed to tell her that the principal has lost her trust and confidence in her already, Your Honor. So, yun lang po yung sinabi ko at yun lang po
Attorney,
yung-
you are a lawyer. It is fundamental upon us to follow due process. Did you accord Yusek Mercado the fundamental right to due process?
I told her the reasons why, Your Honor.
Yes, did you give her ample opportunity to explain her side?
Yes, Yusek Mercado explained, but I told her that I was not the person that she was to talk to because I am not part of DepEd. I told her to take these concerns to the Chief of Staff or the Office of the Secretary in the Department of Education.
Medyo unfair po yan, Attorney Zuleika. When you will be advising Yusek Mercado that she has to tender her courtesy resignation, you will be claiming that that is an instruction coming from your principal. And now that Attorney Zuleika is trying to explain
Attorney
herself,
Mercado. Attorney Mercado.
Yusek Mercado is trying to explain herself, you will be telling her that you do not belong to DepEd.
I listened to her, Your Honor. I did. I listened to her. But at the end of the day, I cannot make that decision because I am not with the Department of Education.
Of course, you understand the theory of constructive dismissal. Do you? You do. Because we are lawyers. Please enlighten the committee. What is constructive dismissal?
Your Honor, Mr. Chair. What I did was really in pursuance of the instruction of the Vice
Mr.
President.
Chair, can we please direct our resource speaker to be responsive to the question?
Attorney Zuleika,
Yes,
I
Mr.
understand that you have back problem. Would you like me to declare 1 minute suspension?
Thank you.
1 minute
Thank you.
suspension is declared by the chair.
I appreciate that, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, we are asking for the enlightenment of Attorney Zuleika with respect to constructive dismissal.
Yes, Attorney Lopez, please.
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Chair. From what I recall, constructive dismissal happens when an employee is forced to resign under certain circumstances. In the case of Yusek Mercado, she has the rank of undersecretary, and she serves at the pleasure of the appointing authority. So, given that the principal has lost her trust and confidence, then we can also ask for her to resign.
To add, Mr. Chair, by constructive dismissal, you are placed in a situation where you have no other option but to resign. I understand that Yusek Mercado is occupying a position of confidence. However, Attorney Zuleika, you will agree with me that the requirements of due process, notice and hearing are fundamental. Did you follow the requirements of due process before you asked Yusek Mercado to resign? I believe that the question is answerable by yes or no.
I informed her, Your Honor, of the reasons why. She also
Did you
explained.
follow the requirements of due process before you asked her to resign?
Please be responsive.
Yes, I followed the due process
If you
procedure, Your
did,
Honor.
mayroon ho ba kayong pwedeng i-present na notice of hearing where she can explain herself?
What, Your Honor, if I may explain, in that isolated incident, I asked her, I told her the reasons why the principal has already lost her trust and confidence, and she did, which I think is a minimum, qualifies really as a due process. For what reasons were she being let go of? And then she also explained her side. She was given a chance to explain her side.
Mr. Chair, if Attorney Zuleika is maintaining the position that she followed the requirements of due process, question number 1, did you give her a copy of the complaint? Yes or no? No. Did you set a hearing for her? Yes or no?
No, Your Honor.
3, did you come up with a resolution on the issue that is being charged against her? Yes or no?
No,
I
Your
believe
Honor.
no. And therefore, you did not follow the requirements of due process. Attorney, I want to go back to the issue on Yusek Mercado. Sabi niyo po kanina, isolated occasion ito?
Yes, isolated incident.
During the time that she gave her testimony, she made mention that there are 5 other step-ed officials whom you advise to resign.
That is correct, Your Honor. I was also instructed by the
In
Vice
other words, this is
President.
not an isolated occasion.
It's a task, Your Honor, that I do not do as Chief of Staff on a regular basis. That is what I meant. These were instructions that were given to me by the principal, primarily because she said that it cannot be Michael Poa who will handle it because it will already create friction among senior officials in the Department of Education. It was a task that she gave me, which I fulfilled and did, Your Honor.
I just want to remind you, Attorney Zuleika, of your statement, initial statement, that there was never an occasion that you meddled with the operation, program, or project of the Department of Education. And then we made mention about Yusek Mercado. You said that this is an isolated occasion.
Yeah.
Now you admit that there are 5 other DepEd officials whom you advised to resign. Do you honestly believe na kung 6 na sila, isolated pa yan?
When I say isolated, ma'am, I use the term in a manner that it is not something I do regularly. It is only upon instruction of the Vice President, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, because she was also at that time the department secretary.
Can you please enlighten us? Who are these 5 other DepEd officials whom you advised to resign?
I think, Your Honor, 4 lang po sila.
And the 5th is Yusek Mercado?
No, I think the 4th is Miss Mercado, Ma'am Mercado. Mr. Ablan, Mr. I forget his name. I think Mr. Arnuco. Mr.
Come again?
Arnuco.
Arnuco.
Mr. Arnuco. And the head for legal, I forget his name. I think Attorney
He's a lawyer.
Attorney Brady.
I wonder what made you ask him to resign. Is he the legal head?
During that time, yes, I think, because he had the rank of USEC, I understand.
And the fourth is Yusek Mercado.
Yes.
Can you please state in brief what is the reason for asking Ablan to resign?
That one, oh, I think it is still the same, Your Honor, loss of trust and confidence.
Arnuco, the same?
Yes.
Attorney Bradit, the same?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Yusek Mercado, the same?
Yes.
Loss of trust and confidence. This notwithstanding, I am inclined to believe, Attorney Zuleika, that what happened to Yusek Mercado happened also to these three other DepEd officials. No copy of complaint, no schedule of hearing, no resolution or decision explaining why you are asking them to resign. And therefore, what you did to them is constructive dismissal.
Again, Your Honor, may I just clarify for the record, it was an instruction by the Vice President. She instructed me to call them and let them know that she has lost her trust and confidence in them.
Mr. Chair, my last question is about the notarized certification by Attorney Abelia. Secretariat, kindly flash the certification of DepEd Confidential Fund 2023, first to third quarter, and then OVP 2022 Confidential Fund, as well as OVP 2023, first to third quarter. Mr. Chair, I wish to manifest that this certification were used in support of the accomplishment report. And this certification were notarized by a certain Attorney Abelia, whom I understand was invited also but did not appear in today's hearing. Tama po ba tayo, Secretariat? She's one of those who did not appear in today's hearing. Nevertheless, Attorney Zuleika, are you aware of these documents?
I am not aware of this document. It's only now I see it, Your Honor.
Tataka lang po ako, Attorney Zuleika, you are the COS, who therefore is assisting the Vice President as to the documents that she should sign and she should not sign. Ang dami po ng pinepermahan niya. And I thought that it was you, being the Chief of Staff. I do not understand kung bakit you did not assist her at all in all these important documents concerning the utilization of confidential fund. If you're saying again that this did not pass through you, eh sino ho ba nag-a-assist sa ating Vice Presidente sa mga ganitong dokumento?
Your Honor, this is the first time I see it. I would not know who is the one who was assigned to give it to the Vice President.
Attorney Zuleika, I'm about to end my interpellation. These are seven documents. And I wish to manifest, ang opisina po ni Attorney Abelia ay nasa Santa Ana, Manila. Ang opisina po ng OVP ay nasa Mandaluyong. Ang opisina po ng DepEd ay nasa Pasig. The Vice President is one of the signatories in all these 7 documents. Can you confirm to us if the Vice President personally appeared before the notary public when these documents were notarized?
Your Honor, I have no information on that. Respectfully, Mr. Chair, I really have no information.
I just wish to manifest, Mr. Chair, that under the rules, when a notary public is notarizing documents, the signatories are supposed to personally appear during the time that the documents are being notarized. And I find it strange that the notary public is located in Manila, The OVP office is in Mandaluyong, the DepEd office is in Pasig, and it is quite hard to believe that the president, the vice president instead, really took time to be able to appear to the notary public, Mr. Chair.